Good afternoon. I'm Spencer Highsmith, young farmer advisor for Coffee County, but I also have the honor and privilege to serve as the co-chair for the Junior Farm Bureau Young Farmers and Ranchers. You know, there's two important things in life, education and agriculture. Both of these things provide us with essentials that we need, such as food, clothing, shelter, but also the knowledge to enhance our quality of food, quality of shelter, as well as our quality of clothing. Today is March 2nd, known as Read Across America Day. And today I'm here on our family farm with some of my young heifers that we're developing into breeding stock behind me. And today I get the privilege to read to you one of my favorite books entitled Can Do Cow Kids by Amanda Radke and illustrated by Michelle Weber. So if y'all are ready to begin, we need to make sure we have our listening ears on, we're paying attention, and we have our lips zipped. So are y'all ready to be a can-do cow kid? Let's begin. Howdy, my name is Cassidy, and this is my brother Cody. We are can-do cow kids. Our family lives on a cattle farm, and today our mom and dad woke us up bright and early to go check on our cattle in the pastures. Even our baby brother gets to tag along. It's going to be so much fun. Would you like to come with us and learn how to be a can-do cow kid? You bet. So, you might be wondering, what's a can-do cow kid anyway? A can-do cow kid never gives up, no matter what. We may be small, but can-do cow kids have big dreams. With hard work and a positive attitude, we believe we can do anything. Guys and girls, do y'all believe y'all can do anything? We are proud as punch to be can-do cow kids, and now it's time to start your training to become one too. If you're ready for an adventure, give us a big old loud yee-haw. Can y'all do that with me? 1, 2, 3, yee-haw. A big storm passed through the farm last night, and there's plenty of chores to do around here. Can-do cow kids are always ready to tackle tough jobs. We will show you the can-do cow kid way. If you're ready, just slip on some boots and slap on a hat. Let's go to work. They're slipping on their boots. They're ready to go, guys. To kick your can-do cow kid training, Mom and Dad have a list of jobs for us to do on the farm. Farmers and ranchers are responsible for taking care of the land as well as the farm animals. Today, we're going to help our mom and dad do just that. Our parents always remind us that when we grow up, we can become farmers and ranchers just like them. And we always say, of course we can, because we are can-do cow kids. The first thing we need to do is to help our parents is to check to make sure our cattle are safe and sound after last night's big thunderstorm. Dad said it rained cats and dogs. Have y'all ever heard that saying? Which I think is a funny way of saying the farm got lots of rain last night. Beef cattle producers must work in all types of weather, rainstorms, blizzards, and even hurricanes. It's our responsibility to keep our livestock healthy and happy, even when it's not very nice outside. So, you know, one thing about it, guys, it don't matter what the weather's like. Cattle need feeding, and while many times we, as humans, are safe and cozy in our warm house or our cool house, depending on the season, farmers and ranchers still have to get out there and take care of their livestock. Now that the storm has passed, we need to look over the cattle, fences, and crops, and trees to take care of any problems that might have blown in with the storm. But first, before we do all that, Let's splash in the mud puddles. Just a quick jump or two, okay, Mom and Dad? Stomp, splash, stomp. They're having fun. Can-do cow kids have a lot of fun on the farm. Boy, jumping in the mud was a lot of fun, wasn't it? The ride out to the pasture was beautiful too. We are pretty lucky to get to spend the day outside. Let me backtrack. We are pretty lucky to get to spend the day outside on the farm, don't you think? Now, let's see how the cattle are doing after all that rain. Cassidy, the calves sure are looking big, aren't they? Soon, a trucker will haul the calves to town in a big rig to sell at the livestock market. An auctioneer will take bids on from the cattle buyers, and the highest bidder will purchase the calves. These calves will get a new home with either a stalker or a feeder who will feed them grass, hay, and corn as they grow. Can y'all imagine eating grass, hay, and corn, and that be your only diet? You know, I like chicken fingers and steak too much for that. Cody, when we grow up, maybe we could become truckers, auctioneers, cattle buyers, stalkers, or even feeders. You bet we can, Cassidy. After all, we are can-do cow kids. Hey, Cody, check out the fields over there. Look how fluffy the cotton is and how big the ears of corn are. Soon the crops will be ready to harvest. In the fall, producers gather forages to feed their cattle through the year. An agronomist selects seeds that will grow well in our soil, and nutritionists plans a healthy diet for our cattle using these crops. Both agronomists and nutritionists rely on their math skills to calculate the correct number of seeds for the field and the pounds of feed for the cattle. You know, that's why it's important to pay attention in your math class, your reading class, and get a quality education, guys, because what you're learning today is going to prove beneficial later on down the road, even if you don't think it is right now. Cassidy, how cool would it be to become an agronomist or a nutritionist? Do you think we could do it? You bet we can, Cody. We are can-do cow kids. Hey, Cassidy, do you hear that? The cows sure are making a ruckus out there. I wonder what's the matter. Let's help Mom and Dad count the mama cows and their babies. Oh no! It looks like we're missing a few calves. What should we do? What would a can-do cow kid do? What do y'all think they should do? Should they go looking for them? I think that'd be pretty smart. Look over there. I found the calves, Cody. They're in the cornfield. I bet they couldn't resist the delicious golden kernels of corn. I wonder how they got in the field, though. Well, Cassidy, our fences are strong, and there's plenty of grass out here to eat. To keep the animals safe and the crops from getting trampled on, our cattle need to stay in the pasture where they belong. Don't worry, Mom and Dad. We will figure out how the calves got into the cornfield. Will you help us too? Y'all want to help them find the calves? This will be your first task in your Can-Do Cow Kids training course. How do you think the cattle got out? Let's look for some clues. How do y'all think they got out? Could they got through a fence? Do you think a tree fell on the fence? Maybe a gate was open? Let's find out. How about the gate? Did we forget to close it, Cody? No. The chains are latched, and the gate is locked up tight, Cassidy. Well, that means they didn't get out through the gate. How else do you think they got into the cornfield? Think. What do y'all think? How do y'all think they got out? Let's check the fence next. Did the wire break somewhere? I'm not sure, Cody. We better walk along the fence and check things out. Cassidy, what if the cows were trying to jump over the moon and they managed to jump over the fence instead? No, that's silly, isn't it? What else could it be? Do y'all have any ideas? Y'all figured it out yet? Do y'all know how the cows got out? Cody, look over there. A tree branch fell and pushed the fence down. I bet the wind knocked it over in the storm. The cattle must have walked right through the opening to get into the corn. Y'all see where that fence broke and the tree fell down on top? How do we get them back in? Our parents say this is a big job and it will take teamwork to round the calves up again. You know, I remember when our calves get out sometimes, it's about like herding cats. And if you've ever tried to herd a cat, it don't work out too good. Calf has a mind of its own. You know, my father's always told me, cow really don't have any sense till they're about 2 or 3 years old. But we got to get the calves back in. Will you help us too? It may not be easy, but a bunch of can-do cow kids like us can do it. Giddy up, let's go. Well, it took a few tries to gather the missing calves up, but they are finally back in the pasture with their mothers and are happy munching on the green grass once again. I knew we could do it. Good work, can-do cow kids. See, my cows are mooing in the background too. They're happy. Now that the cow herd is back together again, we notice a few of the calves have runny noses. As summer fades to fall and the air gets cool and crisp, sometimes cattle can get the sniffles, just like kids do. Do y'all ever get the sniffles when the air turns cool? When a calf is sick, we call our cow doctor, also known as a veterinarian, who helps us make the calves feel better. Plus, with regular herd checkups with our veterinarian, we keep our cattle happy and healthy all year long. Cody, I bet we could become veterinarians one day too. We absolutely can, Cassidy. We are can-do cow kids. Now that we have identified the problem, let's work on solutions. Mom is going to call her veterinarian to schedule a checkup for the calves. Dad is going to haul away the big tree branch and patch up the fence to keep the cattle safe in the pasture. Of course, we will supervise to make sure the job gets done and done right. Do y'all ever supervise your parents when they're doing a task? With a little teamwork, this won't be hard at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wires strung. We are done. Hooray! After doing fence work, I'm shouting for joy too, because that's a job. Now that the fence is fixed, Dad points to the grass. It's still dewy from the rain. He tells us to look a little bit closer. What do you see, Cassidy? I see different types of grasses and pretty wildflowers too. Dad says to part the grass and look below. What's down there? There's so much life in this grass, Cody. Our pastures are home to earthworms, bees, ants, butterflies, and even tiny bugs. Mice, rabbits, deer, and foxes live here too. Mom says that's a great sign of a healthy landscape. Cattle grazing promotes new grass to grow, which helps both wildlife and livestock thrive. Wow, cows are surely amazing. That's the thing about it, guys. Our farmers and ranchers rely on the earth and the environment to meet their needs. That's why it's important for us as farmers and ranchers to take care of our land. With the help of conservationists, farmers manage their pastures and fields to promote healthy soil to grow food for us to eat. Thanks to research from agricultural scientists, we know exactly how to care for our land to benefit the world now. And 100 years from now, how old will you be 100 years from now? 100 years from now, I'll be 129 years old. I'm going to be walking with a walker if I'm still around. By using our land, water, and natural resources wisely, farmers can protect the plants and nourish hungry people too. Cassidy, maybe when we grow up, we can become agricultural scientists or conservationists. Of course we can, Cody. We are can-do cow kids. Boy, this family ride through the pasture turned out to be really fun adventure, don't you think? We are sure glad you came along to help us out. I don't know about you, but Cassidy and I are getting pretty hungry after our big day on the farm. Let's head back to the farmhouse and make some delicious and healthy beef pizzas for supper. How many of y'all love beef pizzas for supper? You know, I love beef, so anything beef to me is good, but pizza and beef, that's a perfect combination. Would you like to join us? The food is great and the company is even better. Let's eat. Now that supper is done and the dishes are washed, it's time to get ready for bed and hit the hay. Looking back on our fun day on the farm, it was sure a busy day, wasn't it? We moved the missing calves back to the pasture. We hauled away the fallen tree branch and patched up the fence too. We even scheduled an appointment with our veterinarian who will help keep an eye on our herd and make sure it's healthy. Mom and Dad are so proud of all the hard work we did today. Your Can-Do Cow Kids training is now complete. Congratulations. Now that you are Can-Do Cow Kids just like us, we can achieve all of our goals if we set our minds to it. That key phrase right there, guys, is very important. Whatever your goal is in life, if you set your mind to it, you can achieve whatever you want. Don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, ever tell you different. There are so many fun and exciting beef careers to explore. Someday we could all become farmers, ranchers, truckers, auctioneers, cattle buyers, stockers, feeders, agronomists, veterinarian, agricultural scientists, conservationists, and so much more. And all we need to do to be successful is a can-do cow kid attitude. Do y'all have that type of attitude, guys? Work hard, dream big, and never, never give up. The possibilities are endless, so choose the path that makes you happy and go for it. Anything is possible, and you know why? Because we are Can-Do Cow Kids. That's why. Thank y'all for allowing me the opportunity to spend today with you, sharing a little bit about our family farm and a little bit about my favorite book entitled Can-Do Cow Kids by Amanda Radke. Always remember that Georgia relies on agriculture, and agriculture is Georgia's #1 industry. And after all, without agriculture, Georgia can't grow. So today, thank a farmer or rancher for all their hard work and providing you with the food, clothing, and shelter that you need. Y'all have a wonderful day and keep reading.